On with your forecast here, because if you are the type to maybe get out on the court or do anything, when it comes to exercise and getting in those that sweat in, do it this morning, y'all, because the afternoon you're going to be fighting heat and humidity, whereas this morning it's just the humidity, right? Temperatures in the 70s, pretty seasonable. There's nothing out there when it comes to radar, but we should be looking at a pretty good sunrise. I'm already starting to see first light there on a River City Grill Highland furniture camera there in Marble Falls. A beautiful little pink color, backlit by some of those lower morning clouds. And as I've been mentioning, we're going to be fighting more clouds and sun for most of the day. But looking at the winds coming out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, these are your sustained speeds. Your wind gusts will be closer to 20 miles per hour at times. Those are just occasional wind gusts, not an all-day wind event. Temperature-wise, as mentioned, it's normally in the 70s this time of year, and that's exactly where we are at the moment. From the 70s, we anticipate lower 80s by the end of the morning, lunchtime in the 90s, and then your forecast high today, 96. But here's the heat index. In the second column here, we've got a heat index of 100 expected today. So take these temperatures, tack on a good 3 to 5 degrees. That heat index is higher out in our eastern counties as you're closer to the source here. That moisture being pulled up from the Gulf to the 90s is what the thermometer is going to show you. But the feels like temperatures are likely going to run anywhere from 100 to 105 as you get into the eastern communities. What about the future cast? Well, there is going to be this mid-level low that's slowly drifting towards Abilene. It's going to keep that cloud cover in place for most of the day, but I'm not expecting anything to fall out of those clouds. So dry skies for today. We just re-rack and do it all over again tomorrow. Morning clouds, thinning some in the afternoon. High temperatures will be in those mid to upper 90s, but feeling even hotter. One thing to note, we've got moderate air quality today because of Saharan dust. Not our first rodeo. In fact, we've had a few plumes of Saharan dust come through already. Gives us that hazy sky, gives us some really nice sunrises and sunsets. But sometimes it can also cause some problems for those who are unusually sensitive to particulate matter, asthma, allergies, respiratory illnesses. If you notice a flare up, it's likely because that's Saharan dust today. So just maybe spend more time inside than out. High pressure in control. This is going to keep us hot, dry, humid, and mainly sunny really for the next several days. And that's going to continue over the next week. It looks like it wiggles around a little bit over the deep south and south plains. But as far as a rain chance goes, nothing until this weekend. And the reason being, there's actually going to be a low that's scooting west across the northern Gulf Coast. So it's going to go west over the Florida Panhandle, parts of coastal Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. If it sounds familiar, it's because we did exactly that last week. As far as rain chances go, maybe it reaches as far west as Texas, but it's a big maybe right now. Confidence is low, which is why I'm going to keep those rain chances only at 10% for Saturday, Sunday. We've got plenty of time to watch it. Mix of sun and clouds with more clouds in the morning, more sunshine in the afternoon for the next several days. Your afternoon highs will be in the mid to upper 90s. Again, that's what the thermometer shows you. Feels even hotter with humidity. Overnight lows will be in those mid to upper 70s for the next 6 to 7 nights. Granted, because we've got some good looking sunrises and sunsets expected with the Saharan dust today, if you manage to catch a good one, let me know. Post on my Facebook, Instagram, X. You know where to find me at Kristen Currie TV. I love to reshare those sunrise photos that you guys get. Erica?
Let's get a check of your traffic right now. A live look from our TxDOT camera at 35 in Taft Lane in South Austin near South Park Meadows. Northbound 35 is a little bit slow, but really easy, gentle commute. Thank goodness it does not always look like this because I wouldn't work here. You know what I mean? We have some easy morning commutes during the summertime in Austin. The afternoon and the evenings, I know, they get busy. Believe me, I've gotten caught in it for sure. But that's what summertime is for, right? Sleeping in, hopefully, and some fun in the afternoon and the evening. So that road that I was talking about that has the flood damage, the rain damage, is northbound 360 at Spicewood Springs. That far right side had some damage because of all of that rain that passed through that weekend of 4th of July and July 5th. And so TxDOT is working on that as well. That one has a timeline according to drivetexas.org of July 27th, but I'll watch it and hopefully they get that done before then. And we'll let you know if that is the case. Well, could Austin open up 6th Street to two-way traffic? It's actually an idea that leaders are looking into. But how do the people feel about it? And what prompted this idea? Nabil Ramadna has the details. Kristen?
Thank you, Erica. As we look at our statewide forecast, you can see a little bit of that spin with the low over right smack dab in the middle of central Texas here. We do have some spottier showers out towards Permian Basin, a little bit along the Big Bend area as well. As far as the alerts go, it's a heat advisory in place for parts of the Piney Woods right up against that eastern state line, a little bit closer to Wichita Falls as well, but no alerts in place for our area. As far as the dew points go, again, dew point is an actual measure of moisture. It doesn't go up and down with temperature like relative humidity does. So dew points tend to be a better, more accurate depiction of how much moisture is in the air when it comes to meteorology. And as you can see with the scale here, we're definitely on the far end of things. There is a lot of moisture out there. It feels very humid this morning. Temperatures are in those 70s across the state, on our way to the 90s this afternoon. 90s, if not even some low 100s. Typically drier air is easy to heat up. So where you don't see as much humidity, temperatures will come up to 100 plus. As far as the skies go, we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds across most of the state here. The exception, some showers out towards Big Bend, El Paso, stretching up through the Lubbock area. That's going to be for today. Most of that dies down overnight, and then we get into tomorrow morning with just more cloud cover. General risk of storms out to the west of us, meaning severe weather not likely here in Texas today. We're not likely to see it tomorrow. Just that general risk continues for areas west of Amarillo, Lubbock, Midland, and the Odessa area. Wildfire risk is going to be low to moderate across the state. That's the good news. At least we're not talking high to very high fire risk really anywhere here in Texas for today. It's the last thing we need is dealing with the big wildfire. And the drought still showing a need for some rain where we're actually expected to get some of it today, courtesy of that monsoon. But between El Paso and the Big Bend, and we still have a spot of exceptional drought to our far south and west. But as mentioned earlier, Travis, Hayes, Caldwell County, the only areas and in the KXAN viewing area was still a drought, and it's low. It's that 1 out of 5. Stay right there. We'll get a check of your news headlines, your 7 day.